What is it, Mercy? What is it, Mercy? What are you doing?
Well, good morning, scavengers. How's everybody doing? All right.
Anyway, scavengers, I'm here with my girl, Mercy, and it's her birthday. Just kidding, we don't even know what her birthday is. But we love you, Mercy. Anyway, scavengers, how's everybody doing today? All right, I hope you're doing good. Anyways, wanted to do a quick little follow-up for you guys. Y'all wanted to see this massive mound of wires here. It's all from like medical stuff. A lot of this stuff, it's like, you know, I thought it was like put your finger here, that kind of thing. Some of it had pictures of lungs and hearts. So we're gonna go through this. For the most part, all of this looks like it's going to be extension. Some of it may actually be some hoses. Look, we found pump balls. Pump balls for pumping it up, I guess. All your stress. But yes, so we're gonna get all this cleaned up. Over here, I just went ahead and I still have this. This is all the cat and extension I cleaned up from the previous video in those two open tops. Most of the cat was able to be saved. Some of it had a little too much of that fuzz on it, but we got a lot of cat, we got a lot of extension here, and then we're gonna clean all this up, and then we're gonna weigh everything out, see what we got. Yeah, so this stuff's pretty simple right here. This is all gonna be extension and cat wire. The best way to go about doing all this is just start pulling. Go by color, you know, like, and when you hit a knot, just cut it. Just cut it, man. Don't be afraid to cut that wire, you know? Because that wire is gonna be cut up when it gets to the other scrapyard or whatever, you know? When they put it in a giant machine that shreds it into pieces. But just pull and pull and pull. And then, yeah, we'll separate our cat. And our extension, we're just gonna put in a big pile over there because that's gonna be too big for one of these tubs. But I think one of these tubs suffice for the cat wire. And once we get all that cleaned up, we're gonna come over here and take a quick look at our capacitance electronic disc system. Apparently this is very collectible and could be very expensive if it works. Same thing over here with this Game Well firebox. Could be expensive. Actually, it is expensive, but we'll take a closer dive into that one once I get all this cleaned up. Holy cow. Alrighty, scavengers, time to weigh up. Actually turned out to be a lot of hose. All this over here, this is just hose and trash that came out of that. All this over here is just some of that stuff. It was looking kind of coaxial coming off of that. So cleaned up the plugs and all the little coaxial stuff we could out of that big pile, and that's what we got there. This is our pile that we got of cat wire. And then all of this in this big trash can is the extension we got. Now, let's weigh it up. So let's start off with our extension. This is just from the last video. We're gonna weigh up the stuff from the previous video before the last video in a second. Okay, so this tub already weighed it out. It's 34 pounds. So what do we got here? 130 pounds minus 34. So we got 130.5 minus 34 equals 96.5 pounds of extension. Okay, we'll weigh out the cat wire. All this came out of the one dumpster. So that's 27 minus 4. That gives us 23 pounds of cat wire. Okay, now the previous video. Here's the cat wire. So we got 55.5 minus 34 equals 21.5 pounds cat wire. All right, and then the extension from the previous video. All right, 106.5 minus 34 equals 72.5 pounds of extension. So that plus that plus that plus that. Not too shabby. But anyways, now let's get to this RCI Capitance electronic blah 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 blah. They tell me it's worth a lot of money. I don't know what it is. I think it predates the laser disc. All right. Power. It says L. Does that mean load? Oh, are we supposed to load something? It's making a noise. I don't think it's working, guys. They're just making a noise though. But people say these things are still collectible, so we shall find out and see for sure. And then the highlight of the trip, the previous trip for sure, this Game Well fire alarm station. You open and then pull the fire lever, right? And it's already been wound up. So when you pull the lever, I actually had an electrician over here just a little while ago, a buddy of mine, looking at some stuff, and then he was perplexed by this, and he said that this is basically a miniature motor that would generate electricity to a bell or to the firehouse to let them know that there's a fire, I guess, at box 4762. He actually put little probes on it, but he couldn't get any reading coming off of it. But it looks like he was kind of looking in here. There's no connection. We're missing out on a connection right here. And I don't know exactly how this works, and I don't want to play with it too much and break it, because this is definitely like a picker's type of find right here. This is an antique in somewhat working order. Online, eBay, I think anywhere from 100 all the way up to 600 bucks, depending on the age and the condition. But I'd say this one's in pretty good shape. I mean, the stuff works, and it's got a winder here. You'd wind it, and I guess as it's winding, it's generating electricity. That's amazing. Somebody sat around and thought that this to work. That's so awesome, though. Definitely one for the books for the old scavenger find for sure. But anyway, Scavenger, thank y'all so much for chiming in on this episode of Following Up Ish with old Mike the Scavenger. I wish that I could say the truck is empty and ready to go, but if y'all take a look right there, she's full. There's your next video. Stay tuned for that one. I'll try to have it up tomorrow. Yeah.